my cheat ability is absolutely insane. I can literally throw stuff back into the past. At first I just tossed a random broken rock, sent it 10,000 years back. When I called it back and checked, it had turned into a Dragonsaur's blood crystal. After a while, I got bored of inanimate objects, so I figured, why not try living things? Then an even crazier idea hit me. What if I sent myself back? But to play it safe, I decided to start with just 10 years, because if I actually died back there, it'd be completely game over. As for which era to go to, I had already made up my mind. The target, a world packed with immortal sects, and overflowing with powerful cultivators, the immortal martial era. So I immediately set my conditions. Must land in a top-tier sect. Next second, my soul shot straight through space and time, heading straight for the distant immortal martial era. Lucky me. The moment I opened my eyes, I landed right at the Creacion Immortal Sect's once-in-a-century initiation ceremony. With my Purple Mansion stage cultivation, I barely scraped in as an outer disciple. In my first year at the sect, whenever a senior gave a lecture, I showed up every single time to listen in. By the end of the year, I had made some progress, reached the second level of the Purple Mansion stage. But in a place like the Creacion sect where geniuses were everywhere, only breaking one minor realm in a full year pretty much made me dead last. I got picked on by fellow disciples constantly. Thankfully, Changqing had my back. He stood up for me multiple times. He was the only real friend I had in that sect. Year 2. Changqing asked me to explore some ruins with him, but I've always had the word, play it safe, carved into my soul. I said no without hesitation. Then year 3 hit. That guy struck gold inside those ruins. He skyrocketed and became the sect's golden boy. The sect started grooming him heavily. The gap between us suddenly became deeper than the Mariana Trench. Year 5. I was still grinding hard every day, but my talent was just too lacking. My cultivation refused to budge. Meanwhile, looking at my fellow disciples, every single one of them was making a name for themselves, and I was still struggling at the bottom. Year 6. Every assessment? I had to go all out just to barely pass. Eventually, even staying in the sect became an incredibly difficult thing to do. Finally made it to year 10. I had only just managed to reach Purple Mansion level 3, and because my talent was still trash, the sect kicked me out anyway. The day I left, Changqing came specifically to see me off. He watched me go with this look of pure regret. So my first 10-year trial run officially came to an end right there. My eyes snapped open. Those 10 years of memories flashed through my head, like a movie on fast forward. Then I focused my thoughts, and immediately pulled up my stat panel, checked my cultivation. Purple Mansion level 3 confirmed. My lifespan had also grown to 320 years. Then I started doing a thorough breakdown of this first run. First mistake, I should never have turned down Changqing's ruins invite. If I'd gone with him, there's a solid chance I'd already be a big deal in the sect right now. So next time I need a totally different strategy. Be bolder. Use the sect as a base and expand outward. Because this run alone already gave me 2 key pieces of intel. The ruins hold real opportunities, and Changqing is the chosen one, literally. The second the cooldown ended, I kicked off a brand new deployment. Same location, the Creacion sect in the immortal martial era. This time I maxed it out, a full 100 years. 1 second later, my soul ripped through space and time again. Back to that same immortal martial era. This time around, I cruised through the entrance exam without breaking a sweat. Then me and Changqing became sworn brothers. Official ride or dies. Year 1, thanks to my previous run, I already knew that Elder Fang liked to sneak off to a tavern at the bottom of the mountain after every lecture. My goal was simple, engineer a carefully planned chance encounter. We instantly clicked, drank and had an absolute blast, and I successfully made a solid impression on Elder Fang. After that, I kept going to him with cultivation questions. My cultivation and comprehension skyrocketed. Year 3, Changqing came to ask me to hit the ruins again. This time there was no way I was saying no. Inside the secret realm, knowing Changqing had insane destiny on his side, I just glued myself to his back. Sure enough, we dodged most of the danger. In the end, me and Changqing broke through a formation together and pushed into the core area of the ruins. There were 3 legacy inheritances inside. That guy Changqing, he passed the trials and claimed one like it was nothing. I had it way worse though, nearly left my life in there. But I fought tooth and nail and grabbed one. A body refining technique called the Heaven Origin Sacred Physique. I never asked what Changqing got. Some things are private. Not prying into it is just basic bro respect. By year 10, Changqing had become the sect leader's personal disciple. His status was absolutely untouchable, but our friendship never changed. We still kicked back together, drinking and talking cultivation. Year 20. I spent the whole time grinding the Heaven Origin Sacred Physique, constantly pushing my physical constitution. My cultivation naturally pushed from Purple Mansion level 3 to level 4. But honestly, the cultivation wasn't even the biggest win. My physical body had undergone a complete transformation. Year 30. To push the Heaven Origin Sacred Physique further, I signed up for the sect's Dragon Slayer program, because the very first level of this technique required a single drop of Purple Lightning Dragon blood. The team spent a full 3 months in ambush, before finally taking down that Purple Lightning Dragon together. In the chaos, I sneakily swiped 1 drop of its blood, but being the unlucky guy I am, I thought I was totally in the clear. Turns out the supervising elder caught me anyway. I got slapped with the charge of stealing the sect's treasures, and was dragged straight to trial. If Changqing and Elder Fang hadn't gone to bat for me hard, I would have been stripped of my cultivation and booted out. For the next 10 years, I sat in the sect's celestial prison, reflecting. But what I never expected, that prison stint actually turned into a blessing in disguise. My mental state improved dramatically, and my cultivation broke through to Purple Mansion level 5. Then on a random day in year 45, a figure in black somehow snuck into the prison, and came straight for my life. Right as he was about to finish me off, I was screaming internally at the system. Get me out of here now! The next second, everything in front of me shifted. The timeline began rewinding. My eyes flew open. That was way too close. I almost died in that stupid prison. And who was that black-cloaked guy anyway? Why go through all that trouble? Just to sneak into the prison to kill me? Once I calmed down a little, I quickly pulled up my stat panel. What I saw nearly made my jaw hit the floor. Due to the host's 100-year mission being incomplete, the remaining years will be deducted at 5x from your lifespan. So that means I just lost 300 years of my life for nothing? This is actually brutal. At the end of the day, it all comes back to my garbage talent. Otherwise, how would I have gotten labeled a thief by the sect? Let's be real, those sect rules only exist to control average disciples. For the truly gifted elites, those rules might as well be blank paper. If I had clout, I wouldn't have needed to steal at all. Just one word to a senior, and they probably would have just handed it to me. After that, I flipped open the Heaven Origin Sacred Physique manual. This thing was literally my fastest shortcut to catching up with the ancient prodigies. And for the first level, out of the 8 required materials, aside from the dragon blood and the mystic crystal spirit deer antler I had to get myself, everything else could be grown with my system. For the time being, I decided to take a breather, do a little mentoring for Jiang Shaoqing, and get those 6 remaining materials sorted. Next thing I knew, half a month had already flown by. Deployment subject, still me. Location, Creación Sect Disciple Acceptance Ceremony. Duration, another 100 years. This time my objective was crystal clear. First, get that dragon blood secured. Then while cultivating, gather as much intel as possible on the side. And just like that, I was back in the immortal martial era. This run, I turned heads at the entrance exam, ranked 18th and walked straight into the Creation Sect, and became inseparable best friends with Changqing. Year 1, because my entrance results were so impressive, I didn't just catch the sect's eye. I had multiple elders, fighting over who got to take me as their disciple. In the end, I picked an elder named Li Kongcheng as my master. Based on intel from my previous runs, this guy's power level was absurdly high, and his connections were rock solid. But the moment I actually became his disciple, I immediately regretted everything, because this master was completely useless. All he did was stay blackout drunk every day, and just dumped me on his senior disciple to babysit. The senior disciple, Li Chuangxian, was his very first student, and his only student. It took me a while to figure out that this so-called master of mine only took on a disciple in the first place, just to check a box for the sect. He never had any intention of actually teaching me anything. Year 3, Changqing came knocking again about the ruins. This time I turned him down, because I already had the inheritance I needed. No point risking my life all over again.
Year 5.
I found out my senior brother Li Chuanxian was a sword cultivator. And not just any sword cultivator, a renowned sword genius in the Creation Sect. Training under him, I learned a seriously nasty sword technique, the Serene Demon Slaying Blade. In the following years, I stayed close to my senior brother and trained hard. Went down the mountain with him to slay demons and fight evil, doing the whole righteous hero thing. Gradually though, I started noticing my senior brother was kind of extreme. In his eyes, a demon is a demon. Good or evil didn't matter. See one, kill one. No negotiation, ever. Year 10, same as before Changqing, became the sect leader's personal disciple. But this time I wasn't doing too bad myself. I'd finally managed to keep pace with him. By year 20, my sword cultivation had reached the peak of the first realm, and I had completely mastered the first level of the Serene Demon Slaying Blade. At this point, one swing of my sword, cutting down a level 8 Purple Mansion demon beast, was as easy as slicing a watermelon. Year 30, same move as last time. I signed up for the sect's Dragon Slayer program again, but when my senior brother heard I was going, he got worried and signed up right along with me. What should have been a 3-month stakeout operation turned into a completely different story. The moment he joined, the purple lightning dragon got obliterated in 3 days flat. Afterward, my senior brother